Why is it that the poorest parts of this country are the Muslim parts? How come that the state that started Sharia is not the one that is the most educated state? In fact, how come that in that state in 2017, only 24 children got 5 credits in secondary school? How do we define Sharia? How do we define Islam? We have to be very honest with ourselves. If you look at all the poverty indices in the world today, you find that in southwest Nigeria, the incidence of poverty is 20%. In the northwest, it is 80%. The northeast, it's 80%. Why is it that the poorest parts of this country are the Muslim parts? Why is it that in a state that started Sharia in 1999, and we just heard the opening verses today, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. This is the very first verse revealed in the Quran. How come that the state that started Sharia is not the one that is the most educated state? In fact, how come that in that state in 2017, only 24 children got 5 credits in secondary school? How do we define Sharia? How do we define Islam? Illiteracy? Malnutrition? Children on the streets? We have to ask ourselves. And we can't ask those questions until we begin to understand through usul that you have to live in this world well in order to serve Allah for the hereafter. For Islam to prosper, we need educated Muslims. We need Muslims that are not begging. We need Muslims who are standing on their feet. Believe me, if poverty continues in the north, Islam will disappear from the north. The Prophet said, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-kufri wal-faqri. Allah, I seek refuge with you from disbelief and poverty. And he said, Kad al-faqru an yakuna kufran. Poverty can lead to disbelief. These children that we see as al-majiris and we laugh at them and we treat them as victims, somebody will just come and pick them up, put them in a school, give them medical care, and convert them to another religion. And they will do that by the hundreds and the thousands. So, what we see on the street is a product of bad economic policies and wrong priorities. These children are not criminals, they are victims. What part of Islamic law, what verse in the Quran, what hadith of the Prophet allows a father to give birth to a child and leave the child to go and fend for himself?
Where Sharia is in Nigeria today, is there any peace in those lands? No! The 12 states that said they want Sharia. Problem with insurgency. And they don't want to bring that to Yoruba land. We think we will fold our hands. There are Muslims here, there are Christians, there is a festival here. Everybody is here. We are one. And we will not allow that to happen.
This Sharia law of 18, no come with good intention. I'd always they talk this, but some people no go. The day where this thing go solve, Yoruba people, the day where this thing go solve, the day where this thing go solve, the agenda will follow this Sharia law, they come, the day where it go solve, and I not go like them. I'm not talking about thing, but go check the state where this Sharia law they exist. Go check how those states they be before you go come outside online to talk, so no be bad thing. I no condemn them, but I tell you, I'm no accept them for our state. Make una no try accept them for our state. I pity una. I pity una. If una no waiting good for una, make una stand strong, una stand on a ground. Make una no gree. Bro, last now una go suffer am, una no talk say we no talk, now we dey solve.
I have no problem with Sharia because it will apply to those who subscribe to the religion. As far as it doesn't apply generally to everybody, the only fear is that by extension, other things by extreme or fundamentalists may now start creeping in. For instance, in the north, we have heard about Isba, because after introducing the courts, there's no way by extension they will not also want to introduce their policing system. And you know what Isba is doing in the north. So you see people going their own way. You say you don't like their dread, you go and shave it. You know, the mishandling of people, or how else do you put it? The arbitrary treatment of people under the name or guise of a law. And you know our people. And when you now introduce or approve or endorse such laws, so I don't have a problem if, as a Muslim, you prefer that the Sharia law applies in your case. I don't have a problem. It's choice. People, after all, people are APC and PDP. People choose their own chains and bondages. I'm not saying it's bondage, but I mean, I'm saying it's choice. Okay. But then, my issue with it is that if you look at the North, how has Sharia progressed or helped or benefited the North? This is me just thinking liberally. I mean, generally. What are the gains of the Sharia in the North for us to say we desire it in the Southwest, for instance? That's number one question. Number two is, how come we have seen the application of extreme punishment for low or small offenders with this Sharia? They become amputees. Okay, but you see those who are stealing billions and they get rankadede, you know, they now they call it leniency. They now use fatwa. If in most cases people who have stolen billions and rendered a lot of people almajiris, the fatwa applies usually that they are allowed to go with a pat on the wrist. But those who steal gari, cassava, duduewa are turned amputees. I do not think, therefore, that the rule, if they say that that law is from God, I do not think that the laws of God should be put in the hands of man to implement, because you know it is also prone to sentiment, corruption, and biases. If God punishes people for their offenses, why should the law of God be put in the hands of man to implement again? Then for those who are pushing for its implementation in the Southwest, come out clean, because I understand that there are so many people who want to compete with those emirs and the people who are marrying, you know, minors in the north. I'm not saying entirely, I'm not being specific, I've not mentioned name, but I'm saying those who are pushing for it should come out clean. You also want those minors that you like here in Southwest, but it is not admit, you know, so you want Sharia so that you can just you know, you can become endorsed for you. You like it. You want, just say it.
Okay, this one is I just want to talk something. In Nigeria, I don't know if so many of you are noticing what I'm noticing. Okay? In Nigeria, there is two practicing and very active law in Nigeria. One is the constitution, the normal constitution, the normal law for Nigerians. Then second one is the Islamic law. That is Sharia law. And that one is really, you know, participating in the northern states. I don't think maybe you guys have already seen something like that. That Islamic law, Sharia, if they're not for not, then they practice them. And that's now why company note. That's now why when individual, maybe a student or maybe somebody, you go just come out, you go just talk something against the leadership, maybe the government or House of Assembly or the governor of the state in the northern parts. You see that the person they will quickly go and arrest the person.
Hi, welcome back. I know many of you could don't watch and listen to waiting this first month Sanusi Lamido don't talk. Although he don't see we every one of us understand the fact that this Sanusi Lamido is someone who be say understand how everything they go for this country, and why be say I get joy for am be say he dey come out come talk the truth, and the truth wey be say in the talk na im be the reason why some northern people sef never even collapse up till now. If not, most of them for don dey collapse for hunger and starvation and many other things wey be say dey go on for their side now. If you carefully understand how that man dey come out come talk at times, you go know say he is part of the rulers who are not just coming to rule and go. He's part of the rulers who want to transform his own people's life. If you carefully understand wetin im talk for the first video, you go know say person like this, if to say na Sultan of Sokoto the northern people, e for better, because anytime we be see that man dey come out dey talk, e own talk dey even sweet me, and wetin dey for im talk e dey sweet me more. He don talk am say the problem wey be say e dey for inside the north na that Sharia of a thing wey be say dem bin put, na im make that problem now dey for there. If not, that problem for don stop since. Na wetin dey talk. Although I know say okay, many of una lis ten and watch wetin im talk, though I go like make una finish the video. I'll be right back.
You get law for Nigeria, you get Sharia law, and that Sharia law, they're very effective in the northern states. They know they joke with them, they practice them. That's why they have in Sokoto, that's why they have that their what do they call it? I have forgotten the name of their local police. I don't know if Nigerians are really waking up to the reality, because all these northerners, they have killed this, they have killed so much souls in Nigeria. They have done a lot of things. In fact, they are trying to change the constitution of Nigeria to Sharia law, whereby everybody must abide. If you talk against government, no problem. That's why Buhari, there is no freedom of speech. In this Buhari regime, there is no freedom of speech. Nobody defeat, or even all the BB men, all of them, they hide. Nobody, even pastors, your fathers, all of them, they hide to talk the truth. Because then if you make the DSS no come arrest them. And now God will punish all of them for not saying the truth. For Nigeria, anything where we say freedom of speech, Buhari don't ban. They want to impose their Sharia law into the country. I'm telling you the truth. You can check it out. You can check it out. And it's really affecting the economy of the country and affecting the people also. So, what I'm saying in essence is that living in a country where you cannot be able to speak up your mind, you cannot be able to express yourself, it means that you are living in darkness. It means that you are living in darkness. So it's time for you guys to really wake up to the call. If you guys really need a good country and a good place to live in, you have to wake up from it. Okay? Peace be with you, and let me just have it here. It's still your boy. Please share my videos, comment, and like. Okay? God bless you.
Hi, welcome back. I know many of you don't watch and listen to all the video, and every person who have spoken here opinions. If you carefully understand how all these guys will be see them talk for here said, you get some persons out there now will be see they don't come outside now, they protest against all this Sharia of it thing. You know, say this Sharia, if una no take am serious, we be say una gonna allow am work. Now una know for una, especially Yoruba people. You know, say the other time they been talk and see the they wan establish that Sharia for all the Yoruba states. Though dem be no gree, some people wey be say they understand how everything is split among them, dem no gree. But what I wanna tell you wey be say you dey hear me now be say you are a Yoruba, you are an Igbo, you are an Ijaw, you are an Itsekiri, anybody, any part of this country wey be say you dey from, make you dey come out dey talk about the Sharia, because as e go reach Yoruba side na so e go fit reach everywhere. So na be say na hear us now. If anybody get anything wey be say you wan talk concerning this, make you drop your own talk for inside comment section. And also if this is your first time, make you like, share, subscribe. Thank you.